You're ready to start a brand new world, but you want a great starting point. It's time to plant some seeds.
Netcasts you love from people you trust. This is Twit. Video and audio bandwidth provided by Cashfly at cachefly.com.
This episode of OMGcraft is brought to you by Manpacks, manly goods on a schedule. Get started today and have underwear, socks, toiletries, shaving supplies, and more delivered to your door. Visit manpacks.com/twit and get $10 off your first order of $30 or more, or buy a $50 gift card for $40. Hello and welcome to OMGcraft. This is the show that will teach you how to become a Minecraft expert. I'm your host, Chad Johnson. Let's talk a little bit about world generation in Minecraft. All of those hills, trees, and everything else in the world were not put there by a person. There's just too much of the world for one person to ever make. Minecraft uses an algorithm to generate the world for you. Another feature of that algorithm of the game is that when you're generating a world, it won't actually generate that part of the world until you visited it at least once. The Minecraft world, if you're on a PC, can reach as far as you want to go. So if Minecraft has the whole world saved just at the beginning, even if you haven't been to an area, your saves would be huge. Now, because of this, because of that algorithm, you can also teleport within the game, either with nether portals or using in-game commands. And because the algorithm never changes, the world can generate the same in a predictable manner. But if the algorithm is the same for every person that is playing the game, wouldn't your Minecraft world look the same from everyone else's world to world? They'd never be any different. Well, there's a little bit of randomness built in, and it is called your world seed. If you want to get really technical about it, this feature is called entropy. So let's check out where you would add this in-game. So you'd start by creating a new world, hitting the Create New World button. You can name this whatever. We'll just keep it simple as New World. Now there's a More Worlds Options button down here. If you click that, here is a nice place for you to enter in whatever seed you want. It will pick a random seed, usually a lot of numbers, but you could also add in words. So let me add it in my username, OMGchad. You can also, there's some things like your world type. If you choose super flat, of course, this is going to screw up the seed. So if you plan on sharing them, later, this will cause problems if, say, that the world generation is looking for large biomes. So let's go ahead and set that to default, done, and create this world. Now what's cool is I've tested out my username before, and so I can expect what the world is going to look like. And yes, there is this cool jungle temple over here whenever I type in my name. And it has this really neat sort of biome feature where there is desert right here and then snowy biome over here. So there's a desert right next to a snowy place. So we got hot and cold right on the edge of the spawn, which is neat. And now, it is good to note that anytime that the world generation changes, like when Minecraft adds extra biomes or adds an ore to a land. Whoa, did you hear that? It sounds like a mob got into this jungle temple and blew it up. I can't actually enter that way because it's unpassable, but let's get in here. So anytime that the world generation changes, changing your seed will affect it. So if someone is trying to give you a seed number based off of an older version of Minecraft, you need to keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and look at this. Yeah. That TNT explosion was something spawned in there and then blew up all of the chests for me to get. So anyway, keep in mind that if you are sharing seeds through older versions, especially if there has been a world generation change, you will not get the same world that was shared in the seed. Now, I want to show you some of my favorite seeds and then some resources to find seeds if you want to get your own. But before we do, let's talk about Manpacks. There's a problem. As a guy, there are always basic stuff that you always forget to buy until it is too late. I don't want to shop for the basic things that I need and find that I am missing them later. There is now a solution, and that is Manpacks. Join thousands of men who have already signed up. Every product is tried and guy approved by Manpacks. No duds, no junk, just pure win. Free shipping, free returns, easy account management. There is a no BS policy with Manpacks, and it is great. At Manpacks, the customer is always king. And I get cool new stuff every 3 months. It's like a Christmas present coming home to my front porch. I got a Manpacks box. I absolutely love it. So there are 2 exclusive offers for TWIT listeners of OMG Craft. So visit manpacks.com/twit, and either you can get $10 off your first order of $30, or if you want to buy this for a friend, you can buy a $50 gift card for $40. So go to manpacks.com/twit and get started today. We thank Manpacks for their support of OMG Craft. So now let's run through a few of my favorite seeds, and there are so many to choose from that this is just sort of a starter in checking out awesome seeds. Now what I've done is if you check out my selected world list, I have a whole bunch. This new one, I'm going to go ahead and delete it because that's what we just did this episode. But I have this one, which is a word, and then I have 2 numbered ones. If you really want these to copy and paste them into your game, you can check out our show notes. So let's jump into this one. And here, I've actually walked through this world a little bit. I was spawned over in that sand area over here. But if you check out what's really close to spawn, there is this really neat village. And then the piece de resistance is over here in the ocean. There is this floating structure, and you might think, what the heck is that? I've never seen that in game before. It's funny because I've been in this world so long, the sun's going down. But if we go over, you can sort of see through the windows. This may be completely, this is a completely, it looks like a completely new structure in game. But if we go around to the front, you may be able to tell what it is. This is actually the end portal. Right next to spawn, for some reason, the end portal has spawned right here so that you can just get straight into it. And it's floating in the ocean. Let me get in here. You can see there is the silverfish spawner and the end portal frame. And even for some reason, there's this obsidian sort of thing in here. Oh, well, now I'm trapped. Well, now there's really only one way to get out of here. And let's save and quit before we die, okay? So that is one really cool seed. Next, let me show off this one. Once again, this is kind of a number string. This one was just, if you wanted a really cool starting point, this is a really neat island. This is a small island and has everything you need. It has the village over there, it has a cool little forest, and then this nice little plains area. And it's just a really quaint little area. If you don't want a ton to deal with in your world, you don't want to worry about, sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. If you're on a huge continent, you want to explore it all. This is just a nice little island to explore and check out, and it's just really nicely sized to be manageable. Okay, so that's that seed. Now let's finish it up with this last one. And this is of course, a swamp biome. And right off the bat, you have this witch hut with a witch in it, which I really liked. And we can go ahead and try to push the witch. And there's this cool ravine, so the witch hut is like going crazy down into this ravine. Hey, witchy, hey, witchy. Gah! That's right. What? You are such a jerk. Okay, well, I'm just gonna let you live for another day. I totally expected to throw you down in there, but I guess you get to live for another day. Okay, so a few resources if you would like to find more seeds is Reddit. Reddit.com/r/Minecraft seeds. It's constantly being updated. It's always being upvoted, and older seeds are being pushed off the top of the list. Also, it is good to note that this is just for the base world generation. If you get into a world and build lots and lots of structures, those structures won't transfer when you transfer your seed. Also, I like seeds because if you want to transfer that base world, it's just a text string. There is no number, or there's no downloading. It's just entering in some numbers, and so there's no chance of sharing viruses if you want to get a seed. So that is it for this episode of OMG Craft. If you would like to subscribe to future episodes, you can head on over to youtube.com/OMGcraft and hit the subscribe button, or check us out in iTunes or your favorite pod catcher. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next episode. I guess you get to live for another day. She attacked me right before we cut away.